Ash, and this is ClickPix Media, Framed by Reddit, where I answer your questions about filmmaking and see if I can help you, because I have like 10 years of experience and I don't know, I just want to help. Let's get into it. Today's question is, how do you start your filmmaking career right now? That's kind of an interesting question because any real filmmaker will tell you that there is not like one specific way to go. I can't say, oh, just grab a camera and get going and then you'll be a professional. That's not how it works. From what I've gathered, it comes down to two paths: film school or real world experience. Using the film school path entails that you go to a school that teaches all aspects of filmmaking: writing, cinematography, lighting, grip, editing, sound design, business, like everything, okay? You can spend thousands of dollars to take classes learning different things, different techniques, different styles, the history of how film came to be, talk to professionals from the industry, including celebrity guests, depending on how well your school is, all while creating a short film that you want to make while using your classmates as your crew, which is good because it's like free labor. You don't have to pay them because they're already there for you, but they are also on the same path as you, where they are either beginners, they're green, okay? So if you want like top quality people doing your stuff at school, you're gonna have to pay out of pocket or find someone, off campus, which is usually not preferred because teachers will just assign you whoever to be your cinematographer or your editor, right? And sometimes there are some kids who do know a little bit more than you. It's a good way to figure out who's got an ego. But another good thing about film school is you get to use professional equipment. Again, depending on who or where you're going for school. Sometimes schools will just require you to bring a DSLR, like a Canon, Sony, or Nikon, which I don't recommend, in my opinion. Nothing against Nikon, it's just in my opinion, okay? Please don't come after me. But it's a good way to learn top industry equipment so that when you graduate, you already understand what the professionals are using. They will have counselors who will usually email you or have boards with job listings or internships. Sometimes they'll hold practice interviews so you know how to communicate with the employer. That's my cat, I'm so sorry. She's like losing it. But it's just there to kind of guide you into the right direction. It's not always guaranteed that you're gonna get these jobs. Let's face it, everyone else at that school is also fighting for that spot. So you just gotta keep in mind that you might be applying to hundreds of jobs and it might take a few months, might take a couple years. For bigger production companies or like Disney, Paramount, everyone's fighting for it, so it might take you a little bit longer to get in there unless you know someone personally. Now, you're probably asking yourself, is a degree even necessary? Yeah, some productions and longtime film vets don't even care if you have a degree, okay? As long as you know your stuff and can get the job done, then you're good. But let's say you want to make films and animation. You'll definitely need a degree. Then let's say you make it in the business with years and years of experience and knowledge, and when you're 50 to 60, you want to retire from the set life because, let's face it, being on set is exhausting, and you want to settle down, right? Let's say you just want to teach people. To be able to teach the next generation of filmmakers in a school, it is required that you have a master's degree. There have been some cases, and I've seen it, where there are teachers who have been hired without this degree, but I've also seen them get fired because they don't have it. In long term, if you're thinking of just settling down but don't quite want to retire and teach people, a degree is important. Unless you create your own business teaching people or decide to make YouTube videos for fun and for free. Real world experience. Now, this is usually the path people take when they have limited amount of money and are just looking to dive right in. If you're starting out with someone who knows absolutely nothing about filmmaking, this is where you want to start. These 4 steps will help you find a job, in my opinion. Step 1, websites. Using sites like staffmeup.com, Backstage, or LinkedIn can help you land jobs faster than trying to find friends who are also interested in film, practicing the art, and waiting to get noticed while not getting paid. And you want to get paid, right? We all want to get paid. Yes, some sites you have to pay monthly or yearly. In my opinion, it's worth it, because sometimes you're paying only like $20 a month and you get to see what no one else is seeing. It could be Netflix looking for a video or a cinematographer, or MTV looking for a production assistant, and they don't always have those shown on the websites unless you pay the monthly fees. But if you have no connections, these are where you want to start. These websites are where you want to start looking at and to start building your resume. Step 2, you will want to start out as a production assistant, also known as a PA. What do PAs do, you might ask? Well, they do basically everything that's not creative on a film. Initial responsibilities are grabbing lunch, cleaning and organizing areas, paperwork, getting NDAs or release forms filled out, grabbing coffee, driving talent and crew, moving equipment from location to location, packing snacks, giving water, picking up supplies from stores or for any reason, and on and on and on and on. And that's why you should be thankful for production assistants, because they help keep the film set together. It might be a little personal for me because I've been a PA a few times and it's not for the weak, I'll tell you that. It's a great way to ask questions and to meet people and to make an impression, which is very important for the next step. Step 3, build trust. Crew members are always looking for the next gig, and sometimes they get asked if they have any recommendations. Thank you for that. Sometimes they'll ask for a recommendation for a different position. A producer looking for a crew normally works off of recommendations first before posting a job. When on set, you may not notice in the moment, but people are subconsciously taking notes of you, like all the time. They may not even know it. They keep a record of who works hard, has a good attitude, and is a team player. Like, they want someone who gets the job done, basically. So let's say you worked on a project as a camera PA, okay? Remember, PA is production assistant. It's the bottom of the barrel or below the line. So you worked as a camera PA and the cameraman liked your work ethic. So on the next project, he might suggest to a producer who is looking for a camera PA and say, hey, I worked with so-and-so, you should bring them on because they are great, they do the job, they're efficient. If you trust me, you can trust them. That's how you build your connections. You build that trust, and with that, jobs start coming your way. Step 4, research. The internet is filled with helpful tips, okay? Like, there's so much free stuff on YouTube, just Googling, like, it's insane how much there is. You have to look up this stuff, okay? And practicing any tips you find on your own time is a huge plus, because this kind of helps take away that awkwardness from when you're starting and you're surrounded by professionals who've been doing this for like a million years. At least for me, doing camera work just with my iPhone or my own DSLR, it taught me how to become a better editor. You find a better understanding and a better appreciation. I would say surf the web, take notes, study as much as you can. Try to remember everything, okay? Because film is amazing. It's forever changing with different styles and techniques and genres, or maybe not, maybe I'm talking out of my butt, but still, do your research and the jobs will follow. Overall, in my opinion, and it is just that, an opinion, just take it with a grain of salt, all right? It just comes down to what you think is best for you. Like I said before, I took the path of going to a film school. Do I think I should have paid the amount of money I paid for it? Not really, but without it, I wouldn't have met my mentor. Another reason I went to film school is because I didn't know there are websites you can go to find jobs. Or at least I'm gonna be honest, I was a bit scared. I was really, really nervous. I didn't trust these websites because I didn't know. No one told me how to do any of this. No one was like, oh yeah, just go on blah blah blah.com, or yeah, come with me on this set. Like, I had nobody. I had to go to school. I only knew that there were internships available, but for students mainly. So I was like, that's my way to get in, is just be a student and then go do an internship. That was literally the path I was gonna follow. And there was so much more in between that happened that was not as simple as it sounded. But after all that, I was able to get jobs and make films and make connections, and now I'm here to help you as a new filmmaker And so with that, I hope your journey to become a filmmaker brings you excitement. I hope it brings you opportunity and growth. If you get knocked down, don't take it to heart. Just take it as an opportunity to grow. We can only get better if we choose to be better. Anyways, thank you for watching. This is ClickPix Media, framed by Reddit. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. If you have any other questions about filmmaking, let me know in the comments below. Thank you very much, and I'll see y'all later.